All right, Unit 6, Day 4, which is Section 3.4, Solving Multi-Step Inequalities. Now, solving multi-step inequalities is just like solving equations, right? We're going to follow Pemdas in reverse, right? So you're going to start with addition, subtraction, and work your way backwards. The one thing is, remember, first you need to simplify both sides of the inequality first. First thing you're going to do is simplify both sides. 2, get variables to one side. Then the last step, you're going to do Pemdas in reverse. Alright, so all these problems, first thing you do is simplify both sides, get variables to one side, and then do Pemdas in reverse. So, let's do an example here. How about 3x plus 7 is greater than or equal to 24. Alright, so here's our inequality. We're going to simplify both sides. Can I do anything to this left side? No, 3x plus 7, they're not like terms or anything. This side is a single number, so step 1, check. We're all done. Get variables to one side. Well, we only have one set of variables, 3x. So step 2 is done. So we're going to do Pemdas in reverse. So get rid of addition and subtraction first. This says plus 7. We're going to subtract 7 from both sides. So now we're left with 3x is greater than or equal to 24 minus 7 is 17. Alright, so we got rid of addition and subtraction. Next thing we do is get rid of multiplication and division. This says 3 times x. We're going to divide by 3. So our final answer here is x is greater than or equal to. Now 17 thirds is not pretty, so just leave it. 17 thirds. X is greater than or equal to 17 thirds. Now if we were to graph this, make our number line 2 tick marks, 0 and 17 thirds. Open or closed? Closed to the right. That's what's up. We're solving just like we always did. Just now at the end we're going to graph it with the inequalities. Let's try another one. How about negative 2 times the quantity of x minus 7 is less than 14. No, I don't want to do 14. Sorry, we'll do 24. 24. Alright, so first things first, step 1, simplify both sides. This right side, or excuse me, this left side, we can distribute. So let's go ahead and distribute. We got negative 2x plus 14 is less than 24. Alright, negative 2x plus 14 is less than 24. Alright, so step 1, both sides are simplified. Step 2, get variables to one side. Well, there's only one set of x, so that's all set. We're on to 3, Pemdas in reverse. So subtract 14 from both sides. And we're left with negative 2x is less than 24 minus 14 is 10. Get rid of multiplication. We're going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. And now we got x is, now we got 10 divided by negative 2. Remember the rule. If you multiply or divide by a negative, you got to switch the symbol. This becomes greater than -5. All right, so then our final answer, that is our final answer. To graph this, we got -5 and 0. This is going to be open or closed? Open to the right. Open to the right. All right, so nothing fancy. We're making these solving problems a little bit more complicated. Let's do 2 more, and then I'll set you free. How about this one? Let's go with 6x minus 9 is greater than 4x plus 7. 6x minus 9 is greater than 4x plus 7. All right, step 1. Simplify both sides of the equal sign. Is there anything to do here? Nope. What about the right side? 4x plus 7, we're all set. Step 1 is all good. Step 2 says to get variables on one side. I got x's on both sides of the inequality. That's a bummer. So here's what's up. Let's move the 4x to this side. We're going to subtract 4x from both sides. So now we got 6x minus 4x is 2x minus 9 is greater than, the 4x's cancel, greater than 7. So now what? That's right, we're going to add 9 to both sides. So now we got 2x, because the 9's cancel, is greater than 7 plus 9 is 16. Divide by 2 on both sides. And we got x is greater than 8. X is greater than 8. So, make a quick graph. 0 and 8. Open circle. Going to the right. Everything's going to the right today. Look at this. This one, my bad. Greater than 8. It's not always going to be going right. All right, hey, let's do the exact same problem again. 6x minus 9 is greater than 4x plus 7. But this time, on the first time that we did this, we moved the 4x. This time, let's move the 6x. All right, so there's nothing to do on either side. Let's move the 6x to the left side instead this time. Let's see how this changes things. So 6x is canceled. We're left with -9 is greater than 4x minus 6x is -2x plus 7. Now it's got to move. The 7's got to move. Right? We moved the 7 minus 7 from both sides. So now we got -9 minus 7 is -16 is greater than -2x. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to divide by -2. Now we're all good at now that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you got to switch the inequality symbol. But let's suppose that we forgot for a second. -16 divided by -2 is +8 is greater than, the 2's cancel, x. Now here's the thing. If we were to write this backwards, this would say x is less than 8. Now here's the thing. When we solved this one, we solved it right and we got x is greater than 8. But here we did everything correctly here as far as the algebra goes, but we got x is less than 8. We solved the same problem two different ways, but both ways were correct. But we got 2 different answers. These answers don't match up, do they? And that is why, this is kind of a proof as to why if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you have to switch the inequality symbol so that when you write this backwards, x is greater than 8, we get the same answer that we did the first time that we did it. So this kind of shows you why you have to flip the symbol if you multiply or divide by a negative number. Oh, by the way, the graph for that is right there. All right, so quick review. When you're solving, everything the way it's always been. Simplify both sides, get the variables to one side, Pemdas in reverse. I'm going to add a step 4 here. We're going to graph it, right? All right, so that's it for day 4. Smith out.